ready to go.
Okay. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to work on a Husqvarna mower. It's an all-wheel drive mower, and it's got a kind of a unique problem. And it's kind of hard to test anything else until we fix this first problem. So let's get to that. All you new people out there, go ahead and subscribe. It's free, and we appreciate it. And you'll probably find a video that'll help you out a little bit. So let's get to the mower. Now, it might be fun to play Where's Waldo with this one and say, okay, what's different? What's missing on this one? And you more observant types will probably say, I know, there's a broom on the back. Yeah, I wish that was its only problem. So I ordered some wheels and took it anyway, because it looks like it's got promise. It's a good looking mower, and these all-wheel drive mowers are worth money if it's worth saving. The bad part is I can't tell if it's worth saving until we do this. So I went to Lowe's and got myself some bolts and nuts and whatnot. And you know, the lady at Lowe's was surprised when I was doing this. I said, no, wait, I've got these also. And she says, oh, well, it's nice to see somebody that's honest. And then she told me that every day they see people running out of the store with stuff. They think they're fooling the people in the store, but they're not. And I told her, well, we're not that way. I certainly don't want to go to Lowe's jail for some washers and nuts. I'm sure I'd be the popular guy there if I did. And not popular in a way I want to be popular. You know, gloves aren't working with this. Let's get rid of them. I'm just going to have to tough it out. Now that's promising. That turns freely. That might mean we need a belt, and it might mean it's in really good shape. We'll find out pretty soon, though. So let's go back and put some back tires on and see how that works out for us. I think the back dust covers are okay. That looks promising. Dust cover's bent a little bit, but that's okay. The wheel will push it into shape. It's bent because it's been laying on its stomach for God knows how long. I put it up on this little cart just so I could carry it around a little bit more easily. Let's get our dust cover straightened up. There we go. There you go. I felt her click into place there. I will say you gotta like a lawnmower brand that actually puts bearings in their wheels. Yeah, that looks promising. And the dust cover hopped right into place once I pushed the wheel on it. Now the broom, I'm not quite sure what to think about that. Looks like once you put the wheels on, looking good, looking good. Now I don't know if she'll start. She might. It wouldn't be the craziest thing I've ever seen. I'm going to make a judgment call and say that this little back broom could probably go. Not sure what it's for, but when it's got the correct wheels on it, it drags the ground. Or I'm sorry, it drags the back of the wheels. So let's see what sort of nuts and bolts we need for this. I'm going to guess a 7/16. Good guess, good guess. And it's probably a 7/16 on the other side too. Let's get our little dust catcher out of the way. We might need a spring on this, but kind of hard to say right now. That's the sound of a whole lot of years of this being attached. Okay, let me switch the wrench to the other one. Probably going to get uncoordinated on this one. No, that one didn't come off. Thought it did. I guess I didn't have the wrench on it well. There we go. Let's see if they did so much damage that we can't use this back cover anymore. No, that's not bad. Okay, now at least she looks like a lawnmower. Now we can move on to why the wheels came off. Usually when you see something like this and parts have been removed from it, that usually means that there's some sort of issue inside. And we might have spent way too much money on lawnmower tires for a lawnmower that doesn't work. But let's get it off the rack and find out. Here you go. Let me turn you a little bit. You like my custom lawnmower carrier? Needed a way to move it around here until I got the wheels in place. There you go. Come on, buddy. First, let's click the bottom in. This thing's being a little arbitrary with me. Put the handle on this setting. There we go. Match it on this side. And there we go. Now it's a little bit easier to work with. It was kind of winning the fight for a second there. And you can see it actually is a nice looking mower. Hopefully it's worth the investment. Okay, that'll hold it still long enough for me to do this one. There's one. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. And there's two. That's way too loose. Just little things like making sure the handle's nice and tight. It's make a real difference when you're selling it. It's presentation. Presentation matters. Okay, now she feels pretty good. So let's take a look at the fuel and see what it looks like. Okay, hard to say. It looks okay. So we'll try to start her and see what she needs. I'm kind of betting this won't start, but when you get a mower like this, you don't know when the wheels came off. This could have been sitting for a week or a year. I'm seeing splinters in the cable. At least what appears to be splinters. It's kind of hard to tell. But in any case, it's probably time for a cable for that. I don't know why I keep pulling this one. Somehow, for some reason, I feel like it should run. So the next job is to get the gas out and put new gas in it. Now notice I've got that front end up in the air. That just pushes all the gas to the back of the tank. And that way I can just put my hose in the back corner of the tank and it makes it easy. And that just about takes care of the gas. Oh, almost. Was that it? Yep, that was it. Now that we've got our gas emptied, we're going to take a look inside the tank and see if we can see anything floating around in the bottom. Now I can see when I look in here, this one's got a good screen. See if I can get it focused. There you go. Screen looks good, but I'm seeing some junk down here. So we're going to go ahead and flush this one out real quick before we do anything. We've got new gas in her, and we've got the tank all cleaned up, and we've still got a whole lot of nothing when you pull the cord. So we're going to try her with starter fluid and see if she kicks. If we get a little bit of kick out of it with starter fluid, then that tells us it's time to redo the carb. And nothing. So we're going to move over and see if we've got any spark. I'm pretty suspicious about this one cable. So we could not have any spark just because of that cable. Hard to say, hard to say. Now when you do this test, if you've got a bad spark plug, you'll also not get a spark. But I don't see spark plugs bad enough to make the motor just simply not run very often. They'll make it run badly, but usually it'll at least run. I'm trying to set this at an angle where I'll be able to see it from the front. Now since there's no good angle to see it from the front, we're going to go to our partner in crime and use it to watch. So we're going to set this camera to watch the spark while we stay here and pull it. Now we can go back and look at our footage. Of course, for you, it'll be on the screen. I think this has got a bad kill cable. Look at this little frayed end here. I went and found a shape for our little test. See, I'm getting nothing. So we're going to put this in here, and what this is going to do is extend the kill cable and make it pull our switch just a little bit farther. Okay, that's pretty tight. Let's try it now. Yep, and notice if I let it up and down again, it went back and didn't come back to its spot. So now we're back to not starting. But if I put this back in place, this is actually a pretty good run on the little lawnmower. So we're going to take this off and go ahead and order a new kill cable. And we'll probably be back tomorrow morning because I've got a couple of parts I need to go run and get. And I'm going to put that with them. So we'll see you tomorrow. Now the mood doesn't strike me very often to do one of these outside, but it's a beautiful day, so I figured, yeah, let's get out here and get dirty. So the first thing we're going to do is pull the old one off. And notice I just Ouija the screwdriver underneath and just basically force it off. The old clips are usually pretty easy to undo that way. The one next to the motor can be a little bit more complicated. There we go, and that takes care of the top part. So now, to get that to fit through the hole, I'm going to cheat. Now it fits through the hole. So let's move over to the bottom part. Elevator drop. Oh, there you go. The elevator got stuck on the 3rd floor. So now on this end, there's a couple of ways you can do it. I usually just grab pliers and I'll get it. Once I've got the top end, I can rotate this around and get it completely sideways. Just grab it with pliers and it'll Ouija off. And since we cut the cable in the middle, see there's one side right there. I got to get the other side and see it pops right off. So the old cable's out of the way. It says thread the new cable down through this. I'm coming, be patient with me. So now with the new cable, we're going to hook it on first. We're going to hook it underneath, the same way the old one came off. And you get up here and you just push it in, and you're done and done. And the other end is just as easy. Replacing one of these cables is a 2-second job. Now we'll take this end, and the first thing we'll do is hook it to the handle, like so. Come on, buddy. This one's a little tight. I'll see that every now and again. Of course, in time, it'll wear its way in to where it's very comfortable. So we're going to give it a little bit of a nudge. Don't want to bend it too hard. If you do, you'll regret it. You'll end up buying a new cable. I can't say if the cable's too big or the hole's too little. There we go. And we're done. Now the question is, does it work correctly and will the motor start? So now that we've got our new keel cable, let's see what we think. Yep, that's a pretty good mower. Somebody's going to get a pretty good little piece there, and it's all-wheel drive, so it'll go any place. Well, thanks for watching, and for all you new people out there, don't forget to subscribe. It's free and we appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.